Okay, it's Beth and Raylene here for Wild Wednesday Live on Friday.
It's already Friday.
I don't even know what day of the week it is. But we're in Scottsdale at the Westworld Trade Center or something.
Event Center,
whatever you want to call it. It's a big, huge building. Tons and tons of vendors. And we've got a great lineup today to go and interview. So let's just get started. Unless you got anything else you want to say?
We're going to start right here with Cindy.
Okay.
We'll see if she's got a minute for us over here. Hi, Cindy. Good. You guys saw her a few weeks ago when we were in Denver, but we want to remind you all the cool stuff she has. And so why don't you just
slowing down now?
take us on a tour?
Okay. I sort of misjudged the people that were going to come to the show, so we're
I just
I was going
noticed.
to say I've never seen it.
I have never seen it this
It's like eye candy. I think you just didn't bring enough.
Well, I didn't.
You should plan better next
Well,
time.
next time I will. But, this is basically a first-year show. How do you know?
You never know. I honestly never know, even on the second and third and fourth year. You never know what's going to be the best seller.
Now, there's still a lot of good ones left.
Yes.
That's what I was just looking at. There's
It's
some
not
beautiful
even
stuff.
and full like it usually is.
Just beautiful.
Eye candy for sure.
Yes. And then we have some boutiques. These are both
That makes sense.
well, they're fat quarter quilts, so we have fat quarter packs for each.
Oh,
color.
gotcha. Okay.
And then we have yardage that, that
Okay, so you
people
want to
like
add and make
too.
borders or make matching pillows or whatnot.
Right. So we have that.
Oh, I love the lavender.
Yeah.
Hi, Karen.
Look how gorgeous this is.
Cindy, I hope you're feeling good.
Look at how
Yes.
beautiful that pack is. That is
Very,
amazing.
it's very soothing.
19 fat quarters in there.
And they are all Huffman factories.
Oh,
all
awesome.
Huffman boutiques. There's other nice boutiques made too, but these have to be all Huffman.
But it's nice if you're doing one project that all of it is the same line of fabric.
It
I
is.
like that.
Because you know it's all going
Yes.
to coordinate.
Exactly.
Right. So anyway, we'll walk down here and we've sold out of some things, but we try to replace. And I don't know who's familiar with So English knits. We have some 2-yard bundles.
So knits are what you make your sweaters out of, or your shirts.
Leggings.
Leggings. Oh,
They're
okay. Make your own
easy,
leggings.
and there's free patterns online. So anyway, we are sort of getting out of the knit business, so we have them for their 2-yard bundles for $20.
Oh, that's
good
amazing.
pricing.
Really good.
Yeah.
So if you girls who aren't able to make it are watching and you need anything that you see, you can call her website is scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
And not everything is on the website, but
So
you
call.
can contact me through the website.
Awesome.
Okay?
Yeah.
I've been busy doing shows like we all have for the last 2 months. So has it been updated?
Yeah,
No.
I know.
But maybe
We're
next
only
week.
one person. We can
Yeah.
only do so much. But we
Exactly.
try our best to keep everything up to date.
Yeah. Then we're going to go down to the Minky area for the cuddle. It's all from Shannon Fabrics, and their brand is Cuddle. So we have kits for quilts that you can make, and we have the models here. And then we have some pre-made, really lush blankets over here if you do not like to sew. These are great over here.
So those you just take 2 pieces and sew them together.
Just like a pillow.
Yeah.
Pull it through, close it up.
Even I could make those, girls.
You can, and just feel this. This is Pony. Pony is very
Oh,
upright.
oh my gosh, very luxurious.
It is.
Oh,
It
yes.
just
I just
really
always want to
is.
wrap around and lay
I
on the
know.
floor.
I don't know
I was
who
gonna
doesn't
say, I
want to
wanna-
nap with
I
that.
want to roll under the table with
And
it.
then for the
Yes.
people that like to make these, we have 2-yard cuts of some prints, and the rest of it is all Luxe Cuddle. And look at what they've done. It's so cool. It's Luxe Cuddle. They call it Dazzle. And do you see the sparkle in there? And I don't
Doesn't
know
wash
what
out.
it does not wash
Wow,
out. So we
nice.
have this in several colors too.
Do you know what I just noticed that I didn't know they did?
Here it says that looks so soft.
I didn't know they did the books in the cuddle.
Oh, me
Cuddle
neither.
are
Oh my
fun.
gosh, Beth,
I've never
feel
seen
this.
the books in
Uh-huh.
the cuddle.
Feel this.
Oh, nice.
Yes, they make
And
two.
guys, look, 1995. That is an amazing.
It
price.
is.
Mhm.
And we also have the fabric
Oh, good.
if you want to make it,
Squishy,
Yeah.
scrunchy,
That's
Like
fine.
textile art,
Uh-huh.
or textile-y,
Oh my
feely.
gosh, I can't- this is
It is,
awesome.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know. And Shannon Fabrics on their website, they have so many instructional videos teaching you how to bind, how to sew.
How to make scarves.
See,
how
guys,
to
you
do-
can
they
you can
make
just
it-
sit at
yeah.
home and
They
learn
make
it.
it really easy, and they have a whole. It's about an hour and a half, maybe video on somebody actually, their educators actually making this book, so you can watch it and make it as you go.
So they give you the tips and tricks to help it to
They
not
do.
slide around.
They do. So that's why we carry their product exclusively. So anyway, I hope y'all come tomorrow.
Okay, so did your daughter did the Roseville show by herself? So you got stuck having to do this show by yourself?
Well, she took her friend,
Yes.
a man, up to
I met him in
yes,
Roseville.
up to Roseville.
Yes.
And then I came here, but I have already sent her home. I found this darling young girl that lives in town, and she's been great help. She's a keeper.
Oh, perfect.
She's a keeper. So yes, Stacy and Robert are going to Pleasanton, and I'm going to be coming to Fred.
Oh, nice. I kind of like
Yeah.
that switching on.
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
We always like to hear though when vendors find good help.
Yeah.
We have such a hard time, you guys, sometimes
Right,
finding
right.
local people that can just work a few days.
Right.
And
Well, and she's
So-
great. She's a graphic artist, and she works
Awesome.
from home, so she, you know,
she's got a flexible schedule,
Yeah,
even
perfect.
better.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
yeah, she's been great help.
Excellent. Okay.
So,
All right, so
that's
we won't
it for
see you in
me.
Pleasanton, but
No,
we'll see
but-
your daughter.
And then, yes,
And her
then
friends.
we will, yes, and then we will be in QF and at Houston. So please support the quilt shows.
Yes,
Yes.
we need all the support.
We
can
saw
get.
what happens for 14 months when we didn't have any.
Yes.
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 We don't want a repeat of that.
No. No.
All right.
And as we walk by, I'm just going to touch every
everything.
single thing.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, we
just
will
so
see you
touchable.
at
Thank you,
PIQF.
Cindy.
All right,
Okay.
Cindy, I hope that you're stashing that Percocet for when you need it after the block wears off. But I'm glad that you got to get home. Good job. Shoulder surgery is not easy, we know.
Oh, it's terrible. But you survived it.
Mm-hmm. And Gretchen says, hi, Raylene and Beth. So nice to chat with you in person yesterday. It was so fun meeting everybody and putting names to faces.
Oh, it's our favorite part. Every time somebody walks up to me and says, I get wild, I'm like, what's your name? What's your name?
Exactly.
So we're just going to keep strolling down here. We're coming down here to the back of Carriage Country Quilts, and we'll just take a little peek at Ziff as we walk by. We're kind of coming through Mall Queen here, who we featured on the first day.
Jeannie, we wish you were here too.
Yeah, so the big thing would be
So hopefully, if you haven't been out here yet, you're in the area, hopefully we're going to see you tomorrow.
Definitely. Or if you can't sleep tonight because you didn't buy something that you should have bought, come back tomorrow.
That's right.
Your ticket's good for all 3 days.
It sure is. Okay, we are here. We made our next
Oh, this is
destination.
one of my favorite booths. I love applique. I love
Let her finish with her
wool. I love
customer.
all this fun stuff.
Let's stop.
Oh my God, it's
So
so
unique
pretty.
and
Yes.
so different.
Yes.
And you guys already know, I already told you, that sampler quilt, my eyes draw to that.
And
every
she's
time.
she's kind of crazy. She's got fat quarters for $1.50. That's like the best price in town.
I mean, can you believe? And they're good ones too.
Yeah.
Oh, look how cute.
Super fun.
Oh my gosh, you guys are not going to find a bargain like this of good quality quilt fabric anywhere else.
Nope.
So hi, Debbie.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. Would you like to take us on a tour of your booth?
I will while I can.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, well, one of the things that we're really known for is our wool. My husband hand dyes all the wool.
Oh my gosh, such a
And
job.
a Renaissance
And it's
man.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
So all the projects in here are done with our own hand dyed wool. And as you go along, well, this is the one that you love. This
I
is
do.
the
That's
my
color.
favorite
Everything's
quilt.
blooming.
and just look at all the colors, you guys, and know
Right.
that this is hand-dyed wool
By her husband.
by
By
a
my
hubby.
husband.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. But look at the variety of colors. I
Mhm.
mean, it's amazing.
And so with all of our little scraps, then we sell scrap bags when all you need is just a little tiny piece.
And a lot of times in wool, you just need a little piece, little flowers, little buds, little bees.
And guys, you know, I'm always telling you, if you've been in my classes, when you make those homemade pin cushions, stuff them with wool. What a great way to get them stuffed with your
Save
wool.
everything.
Yeah.
We never
Save
throw a
those
piece
little
away.
pieces. Yeah.
Never.
Because we put wool on everything.
Yes, you
little
do.
tiny, even our
Oh,
hand
the little
embroidered,
hearts.
the little hearts
Yes.
are wool.
That's
And
adorable.
such a great selection of the thread.
And then we carry Baldani thread to complement our wool projects.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of Civil War fabrics and lots of embroidery, hand embroidery. Everything.
And you do all the handwork yourself.
90% of it.
Wow.
While Bob's driving the van from show to show, I stitch.
Nice.
That's what I do.
Yes.
And then, of course, we've talked on other shows about how popular farmhouse is right now. Do you just love this quilt in the corner?
Yes.
And of course, she has the pattern right here.
Mhm. And we have kits. We try and do kits and patterns for all of our projects here.
That's good. We like it nice and easy. Grab and go.
Grab and go. That's good.
Mhm.
Or if you have lots of stash at home, we provide the patterns for you.
The bunnies are adorable too. I mean, everything in here
Yes.
is so cute.
Hand applique, we do it all. We like it all. Anything new and exciting out there? We're right
What's
there
been
on-
your biggest seller this weekend so
this
far?
weekend? Christmas.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
she
take
wants
your,
to pay.
We'll
We'll
just
just
keep
pay.
wandering.
I know. That's always the most important thing. That's what we're here for, really. It's just to get the money. Get the money and run.
She was just telling you that Christmas is fabulous. We're just going to walk down here while she's busy with her customers and look at some of her beautiful Christmas stuff down here. Oh, I love these bags. I love
Very
it.
cute.
I mean, when you're not using it, it just collapses down to
Yes.
store it. You show that to the camera. So it's a nice big bag, but it folds all the way down to store it. That is awesome.
Oh my God, look at this
Oh,
cute little
cute.
toy. It's
The
hand
bear.
embroidered, little French knots, adorable.
So you were just about to
Adorable.
say that Christmas has been good this
Christmas
weekend?
has been very good this weekend. I know it's hot down here, but we're
But
working
we still
on
have
Christmas.
Christmas.
We still
Yeah.
have Christmas. So as you can see, our hand embroidered Christmas project.
That is
Adorable.
I love that.
And over here we have just a little bit of wool with the handwork again. Anywhere we can find a place to put a little scrap of wool. And over here we have a little wool Christmas tree.
Oh, cute. Rolled up in
The
little
little
rosebuds.
That's so
Yeah.
Is that
cute.
your own pattern?
No, it's a something to crow about. She's from Washington
Super
State, where
cute.
we're from.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say, tell
Yeah.
everybody where you guys are from.
We're
in case
from
they don't
Washington, Des Moines, Washington. We have a shop, 21 years this July.
know. Now, you'll be at Puyallup in November with
We'll
us?
be in Puyallup.
See,
we'll be in
guys? All you
Tucson,
Puyallup and Tucson people,
What
you're going to
about
be able to
Pleasanton?
see her.
And in Pleasanton.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are following Rusty Barn wherever
Yeah.
they go.
That's
Oh,
kind of
wow.
Beth and I. So, we'll
That's
just
our
all
life.
travel
We're living
together.
that life.
We're living the life
We're
of Rusty
finally
Barn.
able to. Yes.
Yeah, I said
So
no
the-
complaints. We're so happy to be back out there.
And we have wool ornaments for
Aren't
the
those
Those
cute?
are absolutely adorable.
Oh my
either
gosh!
Christmas wagons or little
Oh, the
trucks.
wagons are
Betsy, the
dishes.
bunny quilt was adorable.
Oh my gosh! Oh my
And
gosh!
your
look at-
website
look,
is scrolling at
it's
the
a
bottom of
kit.
the screen. So for those of you who can't make it to the show,
all the
you
little
can go online and order everything, right?
Correct.
Perfect.
Oh, Ron's pointing out something that we need to look at. Oh, how adorable! Look at the kitties, and that's like old traditional
Yes.
embroidery.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
And the fun thing about this is the patterns are printed on the fabric already.
Already printed.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
Takes
gosh!
the
So you
work
can
to-
just
yes.
start stitching.
Yes.
Home and start stitching.
So adorable.
And we have our American flag from
love
One
that.
Sister Designs.
That is
She's
gorgeous.
also from Washington, reared in Washington. So we have a lot of our designers are from Washington. These are Forest Friends, which you showed earlier. And Kathy Schmitz used to live in Washington, now lives in Oregon. And that's one of her patterns.
They are absolutely adorable.
Look at the little pillows.
Oh.
Aren't those adorable? Oh wait, we better show the star. Oh my gosh, you have just such cute stuff.
And that's from Debbie Busby from Wooden Spool Designs. She teaches at our shop a lot. A very good friend. Moved to Idaho, but we love her things. We do a lot of Debbie's things.
And guys, one thing about this particular vendor is that her stuff is so unique.
Yes.
You're not going to see her stuff in any other booth. She has such unique products, such unique patterns. So you got to get out here. If you haven't been yet, get out here tomorrow.
Yep. You still have one more day, guys. One
Otherwise,
more
you're going
day.
to have to wait till the next show
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. And we'll have some different stuff for the next show, too.
Awesome.
Perfect.
All
Perfect.
around.
Always something new. And there's the gentleman there that
There's
hand
Bob.
dyes all the
There's
wool.
our
There's our
man. Can we call him Woolly Bob?
We can call him Woolly Bob. That
Woolly
would
Bob?
work.
request, absolutely. Call me anything as
Well, you did
long as
such
you
a-
like wool.
You do an amazing job on your wool. It's just
Thank you.
absolutely beautiful. So, and also notice she's wearing my favorite light.
My beam
I
and read.
love the Beam and Read light, and I had stopped carrying it. So someone the other day asked me where they could get it, and I go, I'm sure someone has them, so I'm going to get back to them and let them know you still
And we
carry
do the
them.
beam and reads, and at the shows we give you the first 4 batteries because you're not near a store that has batteries. We want you to use it right away when you go back to your hotel
Yes.
room.
Very sweet.
Yes.
Very
But
sweet.
you know, I have a really bad neck, so I can't wear things around my neck. That I could wear. That was
Because
the
it's
only light I
lightweight
have ever been
and
able to
they're
wear.
LED lights,
Yes,
never
and the
get hot.
LED. It doesn't
Yep.
get warm. Yep.
So no, we have lots of fun.
Great
little things.
Christmas gift, guys. Great
Grace
stocking
or
stuffer.
Dorothy, yes, Carriage Quilts look so homey and comfy. It's true.
It is.
Like you can relax in this booth. It's not too overstimulating. It's like just it is
It's
very
perfect.
homey. Yes,
It's just
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
So if you're in Washington, come see us at our shop or look us up online. It's a 2-story yellow and white shop. So it's very fun. It's in a house.
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, well, thank you
All
for
right,
letting us
thank you.
invade.
We'll see you soon. Well, we'll see you in Pleasanton.
Yeah. Okay, we're
And
headed back
Denise, we'll see you in Inland Empire. I know it's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah, we're excited for that one because we've been looking for a way to replace Orange County and Pomona, which Pomona, the parking got so crazy, ridiculous expensive. And when you want to come 3 days, it was costing you $50 to park. So the promoters just decided that was not a good deal for our customers.
Right.
So we're hoping that Inland Empire location is going to work out really well for Southern California.
It's the black background quilt made of wool. Everything in her booth was, yes.
All right, well, we're headed right here for our favorite.
Oh my gosh, Beryl is my favorite.
Beryl from BoNash, who's been on the show a couple of times, but it's been a while because she's been busy. So she's going to give us a little refresher. And for those of you that don't remember how amazing her products, but I have to tell you a little story about her. I don't know if she knows I know. She got introduced to our Arizona bugs when she had a spider crawling up her leg a little earlier.
I'm going to shove
So-
it in your face awkwardly.
She got to see the bad side of Arizona when what was it that was called one of the sun spiders? Yeah,
A sun spider.
the sun
I thought
spider.
it was a bit of thread on my ankle, and I was just going to kind of go.
Well, they're the good
Ron
ones.
saved the day.
Sun spiders eat the bad bugs. So they eat like the brown recluse spiders and stuff
Yeah,
like
but they
that.
look so
But they are
horrible.
horrible. Well, the first time we ever saw one after we moved to Arizona, I thought it was a scorpion and I freaked out.
Yeah.
And Ron's like,
Yeah.
it's not a scorpion, it's a sun spider.
I know. That's what I thought.
It's
What
still
is
ugly.
it? What is it?
So she got indoctrinated here.
I did.
So I've got a pile of stuff that needs to be mended. Could I just bring it to you?
Of course you
No,
can.
I'm just kidding.
Shall I do some mending?
Yes, we want to see
Yeah.
it all. The whole kit and
The,
caboodle.
the whole thing? Have
Yeah.
you got time?
Yeah,
We got
we've
lots
got
of
time.
Okay. All right then. Okay. Well, everybody, this is a bonding powder, the powdered fusible, and you sprinkle it and iron it, and it fuses your fabric together. So you can use it to turn a hem, you can baste your quilts, you can do your applique, surface design, all your fun stuff that we have here. But everybody remembers it because it fixes things. So if you've got any rips, any tears, cigarette burns, moth holes, old quilts that've got
Do
fabric
people
missing,
still smoke
you can fix
cigarettes?
it. Yes, they do. Well, the ones that I see do. So let me start with showing a little easy way of using it by turning up a hem. So let me get rid of this last one from the last demo. And I'm using
Oh,
this.
girls, you might want to watch this demo. It's amazing.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, we're
Come
just
and have a
getting
look.
started.
Yeah. Because I'm working with one of the fiberglass sheets, and this allows me to use my very hot iron cotton linen setting on any of the different types of fabrics, and I won't damage them. So it works really well, and nothing sticks to the sheet. So every time you use it, just wipe it clean, and you'll be ready for the next time. Glues, paints, waxes, everything just
Nail
wipes off.
polish.
Nail
it.
polish.
Anything.
The nail polish is what
everything.
amazes me.
That's
Yes.
right. I really don't have much left of it because it's all been going today with everybody. But look, nail polish, and it just literally picks off the sheet, and you can use it over and over again.
Oh, she sells them. Don't
okay.
worry.
Yeah, as soon
So
as we finish
it-
the demo.
Yeah, we'll do that as soon as I'm finished doing this for this. Now, I'm just going to show you how
Don't worry,
to
you're
turn
gonna
up
want
a
more.
hem. So mark down with the iron the hem that you want. You don't even have to bother double hemming because once it's bonded, it doesn't fray. All you're going to do is sprinkle over a little of the powder. Now, I'm not using very much on a lightweight fabric. It's not necessary. Fold down your hem, just brush away the excess, cover with that sheet and apply the heat. A couple of seconds on one side and a couple of seconds on the other side. Leave it about an hour once it's done. And then you can wear it, wash it, tumble dry, send it to the cleaners. It doesn't come apart. And best of all, it's soft and flexible, so it's perfect for delicate fabrics as well. Now, as a basting tool, think of the time this is going to save you on your quilting projects. Ladies, it's a little bit like sprinkling salt on your dinner. What does that mean? You're not supposed to use very much. And the less powder you use, the easier that will be. So you're just going to sprinkle it very, very lightly. You place your fabric and your batting together and you iron it and you sprinkle and you iron the other side. And now you've got your little quilt sandwich. Now this is 2 pieces of cotton with cotton batting, 2 pieces of silk, but it stays beautifully soft. You can reposition it because remember, I've told you to use hardly any powder at all. And that way, if you've made a mistake, you can redo it just by re-ironing it. And there's no pins to get in the way when you stitch it. It won't gum your needles up. And best of all, if you're using the spray stuff that goes everywhere, this is non-toxic and much more economical to use. Now, if you normally buy fusible webbing, you know you buy a sheet of fusible, you cut the piece out you want, you end up throwing half of it in the garbage, and you know what it feels like. This stays beautifully soft and flexible. We actually sell it to bridal wear stores for doing this sort of thing because on something as sheer as chiffon, there's no other way of putting it on there. So I'm going to show you spritz with water. So when you sprinkle the powder over, the powder will adhere to the moisture. Now shake off your excess and you've got what you want where you want it. The excess you can recycle and use again, or you can recycle it just like I do because that works very, very well. Now, not only does it work on your fabrics, it'll work on all different types of surfaces. So for your craft projects, you can work on things like paper, cardboard, wood, metal, ceramics in exactly the same way. Now, if you're into the fun, creative stuff, let me show you a couple of ways that you can use it. Now, you'll notice I don't have to worry how long I leave the iron here. I do that on purpose because it lets you all see how good the fiberglass sheet is. But I'm just going to remove that, just let you see a little bit of water's left on there, but that'll just disappear. But the lace is just put perfectly where you want it. Now, although it's delicate enough to put lace onto chiffon, it's strong enough to do your badges and your patches, and it washes, dry cleans, and tumble dries. And if you're going to do your raw edged applique, you can do your own fused pieces. And how do you do that? Well, we just sprinkle a little bit of the powder over, we place it in between the non-stick sheet and iron it. Now, the powder is already fused on the back there, and then you just have to, when you get round to it, ladies, which might be next week, next month, next year, you can just come back and put it where you want it, reheat it to reactivate, and because it acts as a fray check, it's perfect for your raw edged applique. Now, if you're doing a little bit of foiling, let me show you how easy that is, because foil, working with the powder, a little bit of powder will give you the glittery effect, which is perfect on your delicate fabrics. And then a little bit extra powder will make actually more of the foil to stay there. So all we're going to do is sprinkle a little bit of the powder. You place your foil on top. And again, you just, whoops, the air conditioning's blowing us away. And we just simply cover with the sheet and apply the heat. And a couple of seconds is all that's needed. Normally, I would tell you to leave it to cool down before removing the foil, but we don't really have the time here, so I'm just going to throw that on.
I've never seen that.
Well, there you are. There's something new every day.
Every
And if
time I
you use
watch
more
your demo.
powder, then you
That
get
is so cool.
more of the foil. So there's lots of cool ways that you can actually use it. But you know, it doesn't matter how creative we get. The only thing that anybody actually walks up and says to me is, can you show me how to fix something? So if you've got, rips,
So can you show
tears.
us how to fix something?
Okay, how many times have you actually, let me get a piece that's, there we go, that hasn't, because I'm not going to show you the other side just yet. Have you ever slipped with a rotary cutter?
Oh no,
Never.
never. Never.
The scissors. What about your seam rippers, huh? Would you like to fix them all?
Yes.
Let me show you, okay? Turn it to the wrong side. Now you know what all of these are, okay? They're all these sort of things that have been repaired. So what we're going to do, working on the wrong side, just put everything back together as best you can and sprinkle over a little of the powder. Now you don't need a lot of powder. Keep it in the cupboard. It lasts indefinitely, so you don't, it doesn't wear out and it doesn't go off. Now I recommend lightweight cotton for patches. I'm using patches that look different because I want you to see clearly what I'm doing. But if I was doing this at home, I'd use the same fabric piece and then it's going to be invisible on the wrong side as well as the right side. So that's just going to go over the top, blow away the excess, and remember, cover with your sheet and apply the heat. A couple of seconds one side and a couple of seconds the other. Now what happens if you can't get to the wrong side and you're working on something like a quilt? Well, let me show you this first and then I'll show you how to do something. You saw me put it in there, and that
It's
washes,
like magic.
dry cleans, tumble dries as many times as you want it to. Now, if you're working on something like a quilt where you've got the batting in the way, well, you're going to put
That would
the
make
patch
it cry.
through the tear, pre-fuse the patch by just putting a bit of powder on and ironing between the sheets, put everything back together again and reheat it to turn something that looks like that into something as good as this one, because this section looked just like that, but that's already fused. And if you want to have a look at the denim jeans on the back wall, these are bonded from here all the way down to here. And I just use lightweight cotton just the same way, so it's not noticeable. Now, one thing I do like to tell everybody, this is great, but it is not magic. You cannot make everything invisible. If you've already washed those several times and have all of those loose threads, you are not going to make it look as good as that one. But you are still going to put it back together again. It'll act as a fray check and it'll look better than a zigzag stitch, which is what you normally do. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is, there we go. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to repair a hole. Now, if you have material missing, you've got to replace it. Now, this might be a cigarette burn in a suiting. It might be a moth hole in a sweater. Or do you ever get those little holes in your t-shirts and your sweatshirts?
Oh, never.
Well, what you're going to do here is just trim a little piece off a hem or a seam somewhere, or pull a few threads out, or you can even take a razor blade and take a bit of pilling off the inside of something fluffy. Now, I find the easiest way to cut it up is to roll it into a little ball and just chop it up and chop it up and chop it up until it becomes a little bit like fluff. And then you mix it with a little bit of the bonding powder. Take enough to fit into the hole and roll it into a little ball in your fingers. Now, working on the wrong side, so you know how many holes are in here, you place it into the hole and press it down. Add a little bit more of your bonding powder, another little patch to cover it over. And remember, I use patches that look different so you can see clearly what I'm doing. Use a grey patch at home and a couple of seconds. Now, does anybody have an old quilt where the fabric is missing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fix them, can you?
No.
Oh, there's ways, but it doesn't look good.
Well, is everybody familiar with printable fabric sheets?
Yes.
Where you can actually print a pattern onto fabric? Well, that's what you're going to do. You're going to, can I squeeze past and get my old quilt? You're going to take your old quilt, lay it on your regular inkjet printer flatbed, and you just scan a picture of that pattern, and then you print it out onto that printable fabric, just like printing a photo out onto photo paper. Now think about what you've done. You've actually copied the old quilt.
That's amazing.
So what you've done is copied the old faded colors. So when you piece it back together again, like I've done this one here, and you can't tell, everything blends in together. Isn't that a great idea for your old quilts? Huh? Absolutely terrific. And you saw me put the hole in here. Every one of those is a hole just like the one I've just done there. And you tell me where they are.
It's like magic.
Isn't it just?
Oh.
Isn't it a great idea?
And it looks like I might even be able to do it myself.
And,
Maybe.
I'm thinking
You
every time
certainly
I see
can.
her, I hear her say something different that I
Yes,
didn't hear before.
yes.
I mean,
It's like a light bulb every time I watch your demo.
it's awesome.
And then I'm going to finish off because if anybody's works with fusibles and starches and interfacings, what happens to your irons? They get all gunked up?
Yes.
We have the answer. They're called iron clean because that's what they do. Now you lay one of these impregnated cloths on
An
top of a paper
impregnated
towel.
cloth.
Impregnated cloth. Do you like that?
Yeah,
What
it's
is that?
pretty fancy.
This is the iron clean. So then you just lay it on top of a paper towel. You drape it over the edge of your ironing board and you wipe your dirty iron over it. Can you see what I did?
Yes, I can see it.
No fumes, no mess, but it takes all the gunk from the base of the iron to the sheet.
So when
Now
I'm
you can use it until it doesn't work anymore. And there's 10 sheets in those packs.
so in my shop, because we sell all your products,
Uh-huh.
all my customers always say, "Can't I just use a dryer sheet?"
No, because these are actually made with specific oils that will work with all the gunk.
So they're definitely different than an iron sheet.
They
So don't be
definitely are.
cheap, girls. Get the right
Get
product.
the right thing.
You always want the right product for the right job. Okay, sorry.
All right. Okay.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad that we were able to see you at a show with your whole
Diana,
booth.
it's
And
been great to come back to the show.
Diana
Everybody's
says you
been
need to
great.
write a book. But she does have lots of YouTube tutorials.
Yes.
And Cindy Guy gets
That's what
gets
I'm
a
looking for.
Menta
Okay,
iron.
let me serve you then.
And can it be used like Misty Fuse?
To do.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, 'cause-
Cindy,
yeah.
it's definitely just like Misty Fuse. So you can use that to put your quilt top batting and backing together. Yes, Anne, we demoed that. We demoed it. You can
Anne,
totally
pay
use it to
attention.
base your quilt.
did you go to the bathroom or something when we were doing that?
Yeah. Okay. Mel, don't worry. I have the powder at home. Remind me to throw it in your box. Okay, girls.
All right, we're gonna let her get
Best
to her customers.
infomercial ever, they say.
Thank you, Carol. So
Carol, my favorite.
okay.
All right, thank you. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take the lady's money quick.
So conveniently, our next vendor is right here in front of us. Let's see if we can find Suzanne. There she is. Remember,
Anne was in the bathroom.
oh, I knew
And
it.
go to the bathroom at
Before the show.
2:55 so you can make it through the whole hour.
So you guys probably remember that Suzanne promised us she was going to have some new stuff when we saw her at Sacramento. So you already
She already
sold
sold out of it. Oh,
Well, my goodness.
never come on the second day. Always come the first day and get all the good stuff before it's gone.
Well, show us what you've got.
We do have the bazooka sweet greens is new, and we do have a few of those left.
Very cute.
And the Santa is coming. You can see the panel over there with the Santa.
Love that.
Very adorable.
Oh, I
And
have
you'll
to
be
look
in
closer.
Pleasanton, right?
That's also new. And we do have some of those.
That is really
that pretty?
cute. Yeah.
So if you girls see anything that you love and you can't live without, you might want to give her a call because stuff is selling out quick.
Yes.
Right, and a lot of it is one and done,
One and done.
Yeah.
Yep.
so they're not available.
That would make the cutest big pillow.
Yes.
Isn't that
yes.
like a cute pillow? I
like a
love
porch
that.
pillow.
Speaking of doing that,
Mhm.
next to the Save the Day, which we only have one of left, there, let me see. I don't want to walk in front of the camera.
Oh, it's all right. Ron will follow you.
You can use, I don't know if people know this, but you can use a 1-yard panel to make a pillowcase.
Oh, that is so
I
cute.
did not ever think about that, but that's
So
adorable.
this one is called Big Hug.
I learn something every day.
Little dog is in bed there, not feeling so good. And we have taken the Mickey that's down there with the lines behind
Oh
it.
yeah.
And made a pillowcase out of that. And then there's the I Spy panel that is down here. This is the 1-yard panel, and we made a pillowcase out of that. This is the coordinating fabric.
That is so cute.
In fact, I demonstrated this one on one of the Wild Wednesday presentations.
That's why it looks
Yes.
familiar.
Yeah.
So you don't have to make a quilt. You can also just make a pillowcase. And there's lots of patterns available online for the pillowcase.
And of course, you guys, Suzanne is known for a lot of things, but especially she has the best assortment of panels, but also the books, the cloth books. She always has the best
Yes.
cloth
And we're
books.
selling out of those. So there is one. Sorry. to
Sorry.
point at you
No,
guys.
you're fine. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry. The well-being book goes with that big hug.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
very cute.
I love the
And
great I am.
Right.
That is so
right.
cute.
And that's really good for Christmas. And we have a few of those left. So we are selling a lot of books.
And you guys probably remember too, a few weeks ago, she did the folded fabric on the show. So there's one of her pillows and the stars and stuff, which we might just have to have her come back on at some point and do that one again. 'Cause
Yeah.
That was so popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody
folded
loves
star.
those.
It looks
Yeah.
really advanced, but it's pretty simple.
It's really easy.
Yes.
And other than sewing them down once you get them folded, there's not a lot of other sewing that goes with it.
I just know I was really fascinated when you showed it to us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like the way the rainbow fabric
Yeah.
combines, makes it real pretty.
Yeah,
I do too. I like those primary bright
Right.
colors.
And that is made from the ombre fabric right here.
I love the
Ombre.
ombre.
Yes. I
Love
didn't even
it.
know they still had
The
those.
purple.
Oh my
I know. I
And
think I'm
then
gonna
the
have to get a
red.
couple yards of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can, they're just 5-inch squares or 4-inch squares, so you get quite a
Yeah,
bit
you can get a lot out of it.
small amount.
There's some gorgeous fall fabrics there.
Oh, and this is new too.
Rosie, we are live. Hello. You are not watching us taped. We are live right now. Oh, how cute.
This is one of the other new ones.
Adorable.
These are pillow panels, but around on the other side of the booth, which you get to look at every day.
Yes.
Is the 1-yard panel that has this big design, the crescent and then
Uh-huh.
the silver star.
Oh, we'll go over there and show everybody that one too.
And there's 2 coordinates that go with it. It's called Bingham Christmas. So these are the
Oh,
coordinates.
adorable. Those are super cute.
I
Super
love
cute.
both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
shop.
you might
They're
have
new.
to call her and get it ordered because I don't know that that's going to make it to Pleasanton.
Yeah, you guys
Maybe
better not wait if you want it and you're going, because like she said, so many of the fabrics, unfortunately, you get one order and you can never get it again. And that's when we say
Yeah,
it's
because
one and
they're only
done.
printing what people order.
Right. So very
This
little.
was new, and we sold out of the panel that goes with it. But
Oh, but it's the coordinates could be used
Yeah.
for lots of things.
Yeah, they could do the 60-degree
We do a-
ruler,
a placemat,
table runner.
I mean, table runner,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So these are nice as well.
I love
Those are adorable.
love
Yes.
those.
Great Christmas fabric.
Cute Santa, look at that.
And girls, you know, if you're going to make something for Christmas, you better get started now.
Right.
Do not wait until December 23rd and think that you're going to get your projects done.
Well, and you know it's September, right? So, and
It's-
plus the fact, any of this Christmas stuff, if you like it, you've got to call her because Christmas stuff goes so quickly.
Yes.
Right. This time of the year, people are really getting started.
Yeah, so don't hesitate. No
She
hesitation.
says, I like,
ordering.
oh, show this. Sue says she likes the table runner behind you. That table runner is adorable,
Oh, with
Sue.
the birds and
Yes.
the apples.
Yes.
Fits right in with the popular farmhouse.
Yes. And Mo says she would love to see the folding again. She bought the glue but hasn't started the project yet.
Okay.
I find that you have to demo it about 8 times before they're ready to start their project.
So Suzanne, maybe we'll get you on in Christmas in October, and you can make one with Christmas facts.
Okay, yeah, I'm already scheduled.
Yes. Oh, that's right. We are.
I'm
It tells you how I'm on top of things.
I know, we can't remember. We don't even know what day of the week it
So
is.
I'll pick up some Christmas fabric.
Yeah.
and
So
do that.
we'll do that again.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll get her. You know, her stuff is always so good for the show because it's quick, it's easy projects.
Yes.
So that's why we like to have her on a lot because she can get so much done in her 15 minutes. So.
Right. Right.
Okay. So anybody have any questions for her while we're
Nope,
standing
that's
here?
it. Any questions, guys?
Well, let's walk around and look at that.
The 1 yard
At
panel.
the 1 yard panel around here so that they see what that looks like. Oh, look how
Okay,
cute.
Sally, how are you?
The quilter's wisdom. That is so adorable.
Just taking the money.
Oh, show us those.
You're handling the make and
So
take?
that's it over here with the microphone. Yo, Watts.
Oh, sorry. I'm like a squirrel. I'm easily distracted.
So she was gonna look at these. You guys see these cute panels that she has?
These are art panels by Jody Houghton. You may, some
Yeah,
of you may be
And
familiar with
look
her.
at the cute bags and things you can make with those.
And we
super
have
cute.
the zipper pulls to go to coordinate with
Oh,
the
how
fabric.
cute with the
Oh.
So
bees.
that's the one you were looking at.
Yeah, that was so adorable.
Lots of things about quilting
And then show us that 1 yard panel.
Oh, look at this one. I think you girls might need this. Quilter's wisdom. Sew, quilt, shop, laugh. Sew, quilt, shop, laugh. Sew, quilt, shop, laugh. Sew, quilt. Say that 8 times fast.
They left out part of your phrase, which would be drink wine.
Yeah.
and
You might as well.
so this is the 1 yard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
I
adorable.
love that.
Yeah.
Something to remember is you see how there's a different shading of the top and
Yes.
the black. I was told by the manufacturer that's not a flaw. It's called tonal texture.
Yeah, it's like kind of grungy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
that's the look right now.
If you buy this or you buy the smaller pillow panels, don't be surprised if you
Don't
see
call her and tell her it's got a stain on it.
This is adorable,
And,
too.
this is the Disney with Thomas Kincaid, and we have 3 different ones.
And then that runner is
Judy
adorable,
says,
too.
great ideas. And Sue loves it.
Look, guys, for Christmas.
Oh, that's adorable, that banner.
It says,
That'd be super
"Rejoice,
cute on your
Noel,
front
Mary,
door or
joy,
anywhere.
peace."
Yep, and these are from the panel. And
That
then
is
this
so
extra
cute.
fabric.
It's a cute idea. Great way to use panels.
Well, thank you, Suzanne. Your
Thank you,
booth is always
everybody.
so much fun for
See
us
you
to
tomorrow.
visit.
Don't forget
So
to
Okay, don't
I
come to
know, we told
Yep.
them they only have one more day.
one more day.
But again, Suzanne will be in Pleasanton and also Inland Empire and probably Tucson. Not Tucson, but well, you got 2 shows this month where you can catch Suzanne.
Yes.
So
You can check our website.
and her website, exactly. And again, like we tell you with all the vendors, if you don't see what we showed you or what you're looking for, give them a call. You can contact them all through their website. Just get a hold of them, and they will be more than happy to take care of you.
Right? And we'll be back on Wednesday in October.
Yes, and
Perfect.
we just pressured her into doing the folded star again. So we might have to have her back on twice in October. So thanks, Suzanne, so
Thank you,
much.
everybody.
Thank
See
you.
tomorrow.
Thank you. Is this, well, we're right here. Why don't you give us a tour of your booth?
Well, what?
We have
I thought
15
maybe
minutes.
we'd see Connie instead. We haven't seen Connie.
She's
for a
in the
while.
middle of a demo. Let's see.
Well, what is it you want to see?
I don't know. Don't you girls want to see Raylene's booth? I
They
mean,
see it every
you see
show.
me and Raylene all the time, but you don't really know what our booths look like. I think they
Okay.
would
Want me to
love
pretend I'm a vendor?
Yeah, can you pretend?
So this
Could
is
you
my
pretend?
booth.
Raylene,
of
where are you
course.
from?
We are from Fort Mojave, Arizona, which is about 4 hours from here, in the northwest corner of the state. About
Okay,
10
so
minutes
almost
from
like-
Needles.
Almost like Nevada.
We are right on the border
Yeah.
of Nevada, California, and Arizona
Nice.
by Laughlin, which is, the mini Las Vegas in Clark County, Nevada. So
Perfect.
that was real exciting. Like anybody cares where I live.
They do. Sue says she wants to know all
Oh,
your information.
Sue, you're just
Social
gonna have to
security number,
wait.
everything.
Did you need my, what did that commercial says? Mom, what's your 401 number?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, of course, we're kind of known for the circles, less than traditional, which my mom, Charlie, designed back in 1979 and didn't expand on it until more in the 80s and then went crazy with it in the 90s. The great thing about it is it is so quick and easy that even a beginner can do it as a first quilt. Here at the shows, I always do a free class on it at 11 a.m. every single day, and I always give all free gifts in the class. So if you know, I've done it on the show a couple of times, but
I think she gives you a lollipop and tells you to shut up.
oh, well, that's true. But you know, when I've done it on the show, early on in the show, you know, I only have 15 minutes. And when you come and do it at the show, at the actual quilt shows or the Quilt Craft Sew Festivals, I'm able to go through about 35 minutes of information. So I can give you a lot more tips and tricks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Other than less than traditional, we're a notions vendor.
Tons of notions.
We
Every
carry-
notion
yeah.
you need.
We carry over 500 different notions, but I have a rule. It's got to be a useful notion. You know, because being in this business as long as we have, there's always new notions coming out. But unfortunately, at this point in time with quilting, probably 9 out of 10 times when a new notion comes out, it's just a copy of something we already have. We don't need to duplicate our notions.
Right.
So I'll order it. If I think it's stupid, you can't buy it from me. So you'll have to buy it from somebody else.
Perfect.
Because, you know, I always talk to people about some of the best notions on the market are the cheapest.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have to spend a fortune on your tools. But what you do want to do is get a good quality tool and take care of it. Because these are not consumable. You
Right.
don't have to rebuy your tools every time you turn around like you do your
Only
fabric. and
only
your
if you're
batting
always
and your press.
losing them. Then you
Unless
want
you're,
multiple
well,
ones.
that's when you got to get Sharon's handy caddy to keep
yes.
them all together.
Yes.
But everything we sell at the store is on our website. And when we're in town, we generally are able to ship within 24 hours. We only charge you what the post office charges us to send it to you. We weigh it, we price that out accurately. So,
Irene
you know,
says your notions are wonderful, and Sue says she loves the red flowers. The poinsettias are absolutely gorgeous.
Poinsettias get a lot of attention. But I'll tell you, my motto, and I think I've said this on the show before, is I always tell people about notions. If I don't have it, I can get it. But if I can't get it, then you really don't need it.
True. That's
So,
a true statement.
there you go.
Peggy, we're glad you joined. Better late than never,
Hi,
always.
Peggy.
And yes, definitely go back and rewatch. Ron will have it up on YouTube soon.
And then, of course, also we are known for our square ups and our rulers and our nesting tools. We are actually the manufacturer. So since we make them, we can keep the pricing reasonable so that you can buy different sizes. And just, you know, because I've been getting this question a lot, and since, you know, I kind of took over the show all of a sudden, you know, I often get asked by people that are just getting started, what size square should I start with? Well, the rule of thumb on your square ups, get the biggest one you can to start with, because even though this particular square is 11.5 inches, you can cut your squares all the way from 1 inch to 11.5 inches. So, and I'm actually going to do a demo on this probably in November to really show the proper way to use the squares. But again, you're going to get a big one, so you have lots of sizes. And then later on, you might have a project where you go, oh, I wish I had an exact 5 inch or a 1/2 inch. But we start at 2 inches and go all the way every 1/2 inch. We have a 2 inch, a 2.5, 3, every
Oh my
1/2
gosh.
inch, so that you don't have to, you know, size down. And again, because we're the manufacturer, we can keep the pricing reasonable on all of our rulers, our squares, and what Beth is holding here, our nesting tools.
Well, so what is a nesting tool? Like, I'm playing with it. It's a lot of fun.
Well,
It's like a fidget spinner almost.
yeah, some people are so easily amused. So what the nesting tools are, it's time to get a full one because this isn't a whole set. Let me reach around here. We do the nesting. Well, actually, Ron can What a nesting tool is it's just giving you a bunch of sizes of shapes without taking a lot of room. So for example, in the star, you're getting a 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, and 6 inch that you can either rotary cut around or mark around for scrapbooking, for quilting, for applique.
Or
Of course,
for
the star is a
fussy
little harder.
cutting.
But definitely the ovals are great for fussy cutting. Obviously the hexagons, and in most like our hexes and our octagons, our circles, we have where the finished size is an even inch or a 1/2 inch. So for example, in our nesting, the largest is 7.5 finished, but we also have where it's 7 finished. So we have both sizes. So it's just a way, like I say, it's a way to have a lot of different size tools that don't take up a lot of space.
And what is your website? Because we just surprise did this, so Ron does not have it scrolling on the bottom, and Sue wants to know so she can order right now. Except for Sue, wait till we're done, and then you can go on and order.
Yeah, and I won't be able to ship till Monday, but it's quiltershaven.net. And I'm on the mall. So if you go to the Quilt Craft Sew Mall, we're on there, but quiltershaven.net.
And Ann says she got your poinsettia and a few other notions.
Thank you,
Good job,
Ann.
Ann. And John wants to know if we're going to be in Puyallup in November. Of course we are.
We are. That's our last show of the year. If we don't go to Puyallup, we don't have Christmas.
Yeah, we don't have enough money to get through the winter. Pamela, you can definitely watch later. Just give Ron a little bit of time to get it moved over to YouTube because we got to get home from the show. Okay, Mo, did I show you the star you wanted to see? If not, let me know. Rondi says you two are so darn cute.
Oh, are we?
What is the name of Raylene's store?
Quilter's Haven.
Quilter's Haven. And Beth, grab a star set for me also. Okay, this one. Mo, you want this one? Do you have a different one or just this
No, that's
one?
the only star.
Okay, I'll get that for you, Mo. And are you going to be at Road to California in January?
No, we don't do road.
No, sorry, Rosie, but they will be at Inland Empire. And I don't know how close that is to you, but it's probably not that far.
I mean, it's right up
It's
the
worth
street.
the drive.
We're going to be in Inland Empire. We're going to be at the Orange Show Fairgrounds right off the 215. It's so easy to get to because it's against traffic. And like I said earlier, the parking's going to be much cheaper than Pomona was, and a lot better building than Orange County was. So we should have a really good show there in Inland Empire. We're excited about that because those of you that have known us for a long time know that that's our old stomping grounds. We used to live in Covina, so that's where we came from.
Perfect. And then Ellen says she loves the purple pin cushion.
Oh, you've got the wool pin cushions.
Oh.
We were talking about the wool scraps over in Country Carriage. Guys, you should all be using a wool pin cushion for your pins and needles.
Because it sharpens your needles,
the
right?
natural lanolin that's in the wool is what sharpens and keeps them shiny. And for people like you here in Arizona, we have monsoon season for about 6 weeks a year. And the humidity sometimes will cause things to rust. But if they're stored in a wool pin cushion, they will not rust. So this is a great investment. And that's why I always tell people when you're making your homemade pin cushions, you make sure you stuff them with wool.
And they say to put your hair in them too.
Your
Like
hair
clean your
works as
hairbrush
well,
out
yeah.
and put it in
'Cause
there.
it's
But I
the
think
oil.
that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of gross to me,
Yeah.
but yeah. But again, the natural lanolin in the wool is what keeps them sharp and shiny. So if you buy good pins, you store them in a wool pin cushion, you will never have to replace
And good pins are worth every
Every
cent.
penny.
Every cent. Do not buy the cheap, crappy ones. They're too thick.
And I don't know if
Rosie,
you guys
we
know.
will see you at Inland.
Yep.
And the name of Best store is Fabric Chicks. And yes, Peggy, of course, Raylene will be in Pleasanton. She would
Yes.
not miss that show for
No.
anything because
You know,
she wants
I
to see
love that show because that fairgrounds, if we walk outside for a break, it is so peaceful and quiet and calm.
Pleasanton is
That
gorgeous.
is a very zen location. I'm not really a zen kind of person, but that's a zen location.
Yes, it is.
I love that fairgrounds. Plus, it's a real easy load in and out for us there, so that's one of always our biggest reasons
Yes.
vendors to love it.
Yes.
I don't know if the people watching, if I've ever talked about the super nonstick needles or not.
I
If
don't think you have.
Oh my gosh, these are so amazing. They came out about 2 years ago. And Schmetz solved the problem of your fusibles gunking up your needle. These are, the same great quality as Schmetz needles, which I carry them because they are universal. But what they've done is coated them with a thin coat of Teflon. So they don't gum up when you're sewing on your fusibles. So if you do a lot of fusible sewing, you need to go on my website and look for super nonstick needles. They're under the Schmetz needle category. They come in 10, 12,
Every sizes.
14, and 16.
Yeah.
So all 4 sizes. But once you use them on your fusibles, you will never not want to use them.
Right,
again.
right. And Rosie, I can't even believe you have to ask that question. She says she'll see me at Road to California. She signed up for a Thursday class and got a room for a few days. She wants to know if she can bring wine to class.
You're asking Beth if you can bring wine anywhere. After we had our Wild Wednesday friend yesterday bring us purse wine here at the show.
Yes.
So, yes, the answer to wine and Beth is always yes. I don't
Always
even
yes.
care what the question
Red.
is.
I prefer red, but I'll drink anything.
And if you could bring her a straw, that's always good too.
It's like an inhale it. Yes.
Saves a lot of time.
Yes. Okay, and then Dorothy says, what pins do you recommend? They are certainly not created equally.
Okay, I carry a lot of different pins because I'm a notions vendor and I like to have what people want. But I personally only use Annie's Choice. And they have 2 different styles of pins that I love. And let me grab them.
Oh my gosh, Dorothy says her sons are amazed that some of her tools she's had for 50 years. I didn't even know, Dorothy, that you were 50 years old.
Well, my favorite pins of all time are the Annie's Choice flat flower head pins because with that flat flower head, you not only have something more to grip onto, especially if you have arthritis, like a lot of us do, but if you're sewing on the machine, you don't have to take these out when you get to them because that flat head is not going to bump into your feed dogs or anything. The other thing I like about the flats is if you have something all pinned up and you need to lay your ruler or your square down to mark or cut, it's going to lay flat. Now, those are my favorite flat pins. My favorite multi-purpose pins of all time are Annie's Choice glass head silk pins. The reason I love these so much is so many of our quilt pins are 1 7/8 inches long. And so for a lot of projects, they get in the way. These are only 1 5/8 inches. So they do not get in the way. However, they're still plenty long for everything you want to do, but they are super sharp, super fine, and they do have a glass head. So if you bump them with the iron, they aren't going to melt. So those are my 2 favorite pins, and the ones I have at home that I use, I've had for years because I put them in a wool pin cushion.
I always use mine to hang my quilts, and then they're all bent and look crazy.
Well, no, I have to have a separate set because my ones for the quilts are all bent up too, but that's just because of how we treat them.
Right, right. Okay, you girls have any other questions for Raylene?
Last chance.
Yeah, get it in right now. All right, we will see you guys
Next week in studio.
Yes.
I will try to get by Monday or Tuesday. I'll try to get the list of who's going to be on. But
Oh, don't stress yourself out. You're barely going to be getting home and unpacking. Girls, you don't care what
You don't
we
need to
even
know
show.
what it is.
Just show up at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, okay?
2 o'clock
You'll
Pacific, we'll be
be
back at our regular time.
wowed and dazzled. It
And
doesn't even matter.
remember, this will be our only in studio show this month because we have
so
show
many
after show after show after show. But that just means for you guys, you're going to get to see us 3 times a week for a month. So I know, yay, that could be a good thing. Maybe not so good. I don't know. But we appreciate you guys so much. We thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Perfect. All right. Have a great night. Do something creative. Get some sewing done,
Get some
girls.
sewing done.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.